Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Ashley with Ashley's Reads on Twitter or of Fiction and Fantasy on Instagram and TikTok. And today I'm here to tell you guys about the Sims Readathon. Okay, so you guys already know how much I love books. I think that's very apparent by the fact that I have like 7 different platforms that I talk about books on. But today we're here to talk about my second favorite hobby in the world, and that is playing The Sims. So last year I did an Animal Crossing readathon, and just to be completely upfront with you guys, I barely played Animal Crossing. I bought Animal Crossing because it was trendy and not because I grew up on it. And I do think that Animal Crossing is cool, but I grew up on The Sims. I love The Sims. I've played The Sims since Sims 2, and I thought, what if I created a readathon? What if I combined my 2 favorite things, which are Sims and books, and made a readathon based on The Sims? And now we're here. I can't believe this is happening. So I was passionate about last year's readathon, but I was also really nervous because I was new to the book community and I didn't really have many friends yet. And now I have a bunch of you guys who are amazing friends. So we get to have co-host, and I'm even going to put myself out there and attempt live sprints. So this is like a level 2 readathon. So super hyped, and let's get into the details. So this is ideally going to be a readathon series. So I started this one based on the base game, which I have not played. I've played 2, 3, and 4, and will probably play 5 as long as it's not online or subscription based like the rumors state. So, disclaimer that I talked to the Electronic Arts Permissions Division, and I did tell them all about the readathon and the pictures that I wanted to use. And so I do have to state the disclaimer that this readathon is not associated with, affiliated with, or sponsored / endorsed by Electronic Arts, but they wish us luck and they thanked me for teaching them what a readathon is. So yeah, the only thing is that we cannot use the Sims logo and we cannot touch the plumb bob, and they also said we can't use a generic green diamond. So I don't know the truth of that, but if you make graphics that are not my graphics, just don't put the plumb bob on them because I don't want any of us to get into trouble. Okay, go team, let's move on. I have recruited 3 co-hosts who I will tell you about now to help lead teams, because this year we have teams. They all have really cool channel names, but I haven't had lunch and I can't think. My brain is on 2% battery. So I'm going to list their names and you can find their channels down below. I will be having Kayla and Esme and Megan, and they are the team leaders for 3 of the other teams that I will tell you about. And they are amazing, and I've already had so much fun, and we haven't started the readathon yet, so it's gonna be a great time. You guys are some of the best people that I have met just in general, like not even in the book community, and I am so grateful to have you guys helping me with this, so thank you. So I, Ashley, will be the leader of Team Goth because this is a Bella Goth support channel, and I love all the lore around Bella, and Bella is amazing, and I'm just hyped. Okay, we deserve this. As I do not know what 2022 could possibly bring, I cannot tell you that we will not be abducted by aliens and end up amnesiacs in a foreign land like Bella, but we can hope for the best. It's still the start of the year, so we'll see. And then Team 2, we have Team Newbie, which is hosted by Kayla, and she has chosen this one because she is new to The Sims, and we love people who are new to The Sims, and so this is a great team for her. I think that the character mascot, oh my goodness, there's Bob Newbie, and then there's another Newbie. I think it's his wife, and I totally forgot her name, so that's embarrassing. But go Team Newbie. Then we have Team Landgrab, which is hosted by Megan, and I think it's Malcolm Landgrab in the original game. This is the richest family in The Sims, and we are very rich in our hearts for knowing Megan. And the final team is Team Pleasant, which is hosted by Esme, and Esme is just a very pleasant person, so it's very perfect. So this readathon, we have 8 prompts. I'm holding this folder that doesn't actually have the prompts in it, but just like pretend. And then there is a bonus prompt for your team. So as far as rules for the readathon, this is a very chill readathon. We're going to try and average the scores for the teams at the end, so it doesn't matter like if there's like 30,000 people in Team Goth and like 5 people in Team Newbie. Like we're figuring out a way to average it, even though none of us can math right now. It's fine. So we'll figure it out by the end. Rules, everything counts. Audiobooks, comics, manga. If you want to read a children's book, by all means. If it's on Goodreads, it counts. Audiobooks, ebooks, physical books. We are a reading support channel. We do not discriminate book formats here. What else? The readathon starts on February 1st and it goes through the end of February. So whenever it hits March 1st on midnight, March 1st on your time zone, that's when it ends. I will start February 1st at midnight in your time zones. Are there 28 days this year in February or 29? However many days there are in February is how long the readathon is. And let's see, for basic like frequently asked questions, if you have already started a book but you're not halfway into it, like if you're 51%, I really don't care, go ahead. But if you're about halfway into the book from January, go ahead, you can count it, I don't care. What else? There was one other thing that people asked me a lot last year. Okay, doubling up is completely fine, tripling up. You can, if you find a book miraculously that fits all 8 prompts in your team prompt, you can read that book. If it's a comic book and it's 5 pages, go ahead. There are no rules here. Go ahead. This is it's been a tough year. It's been a tough year. We deserve lax rules, okay? You do whatever you want. You stretch. I'm gonna tell you in this video how to stretch my own prompts, so you stretch them even farther if you desire to. Okay, I am using my bad battery pack, so let's try to get through the prompts as quickly as possible. If any other questions, let me know in the comments or get on the Discord server and I will try and help you with all questions. But basically do whatever you want. Okay, so the first prompt is The Sims, which is the start of it all. It came out in February of 2000, so this is the 22nd anniversary. And this is to either reread your favorite childhood book or read or reread a book in your favorite genre. Prompt 2, Live in Large, is to read a book that is over 500 pages. Prompt 3 is House Party. So for this one, read a book with multiple POVs. Now this could be like there's 2 authors even, or just dual POV, or you read the whole book and it's one character and then like the epilogue is from another character's perspective. Prompt 4 is Hot Date. So for this one, read a book featuring romance. It can be fiction, nonfiction, be a nonfiction dating self-help book. I don't think that's a thing. Prompt 5 is Vacation. So you can read a book involving a journey, a trip, maybe the characters go on a vacation, or read a book that is set in a country that's different than your own. And this counts as well if you prefer reading like fantasy or just books not set on Earth. Like that can count as well, as long as it's like if you live in America, then like don't read the Selection series that's like dystopian America. Like find a book where if it's like mythology, it's not based on your country's mythology. Does that make sense? I don't know. Prompt 6 is Unleashed. So this is a book featuring animals. This can be an animal on the cover. All animals count. It can be bees, it can be fish, whatever. It can be a fictional animal, or it can just have like maybe the main character has a sidekick animal or a familiar or something like that. Prompt 7 is Superstar, and so this is to read a book where the main character is famous. Maybe the main character is a celebrity, maybe they're a royal, maybe they are like a political leader. Or read if you like nonfiction books, then read an autobiography or a biography. Prompt 8 is to read, yeah, that's right. Okay, prompt 8 is Making Magic. And this is to read a fantasy book or a book with magical elements. Anything counts for this. You could read like, how you could stretch this, you could read like a nonfiction book about magicians. You could read even like a mythology book, that kind of count. That's kind of magical. Okay, that's it for the main prompts. And then whichever team you pick, you'll also have a bonus prompt. Feel free to skip your team's prompt, or you can still win doing the original 8 prompts. Or you can do that prompt and all of the other team's prompts as well. If you like reading a lot of books, that's completely up to you. Team Goth is to read a classic. I don't know how people specifically define a classic, but if you've heard someone call it a classic or you had to read it in school or something, go ahead. Team Newbie is to read a new genre. So if you have wanted to read poetry, but you have read a few poetry before, like you can totally count that. Just pick like my favorite genre is fantasy, and historical. So maybe I would read like a contemporary or like a nonfiction or a self-help or a memoir, just like something that's not my usual genre. It doesn't have to be a genre that you've never ever read before. Team Land Grab is basically opulent, but some examples are to read a foil cover, a book with gilded edges, a book with a metallic title. You can stretch this and just be like, the cover is so gorgeous, or it looks like they spent a lot of money on this special edition. And finally, Team Pleasant is to read a book with strong family ties. Could be like a royal book, or even I'm thinking like these Violent Delights with their gangs where like their family is like everything to them. It could be a found family trope, or what is it called? Crown of Feathers, or is that the first book? Yeah, like Crown of Feathers by Nikki Papreto, where there's two siblings and it revolves around them, or like Furyborn by Claire the Grand. I basically only have fantasy recs for you. I'm very sorry. I'm actually not that sorry. Okay, so that is all of the prompts. If you have any questions regarding the prompts or anything involving the readathon, go ahead and let me know in the comments or on the Discord server. We've already announced the readathon on Twitter. I will probably not be the first person to have my TBR up for this, but feel free to make a TBR video. There are graphics on the Twitter. There is a Discord server that I have also listed on the Twitter. We have cute little roll colors in there. We are going to have a launch night for sprints, and this will hopefully be close to the anniversary, which I believe is February 4th. And then finally, oh, Michael just got home. Okay. And then finally, we will also hopefully have game night sprints towards the end of the month where we can all just hang out and play Sims or whatever game you like, whether that's Animal Crossing, or if you don't like games, you can just read. I'm sorry if this felt rushed. I am super hungry and this is my second video of the day, and I was hoping to film a third video, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know if you're participating down below which team you've picked. And thank you so much if you do decide to participate. You guys are awesome. Bye.